if you are doing something fun, fresh, fancy, novel, innovative, new in your society or in your community, you are most likely going to see people around you not really understanding you, or not really understanding what you're doing at first, or not getting you. And the reason for this is because they don't actually have the ability, like it's the neurological ability to understand you, because they're not in your brain. They have not experienced your life. They don't know who you are. Like, nobody knows who anyone else is. And the second we realize this is the moment that we will stop taking everything so personally, you know? Like, a lot of people don't do what they actually want to do because they're afraid of what people are going to think, or they're afraid of hate, or they're afraid of judgment. These things are founded on no precedence. Like, they're not founded on anything solid or stable or truthful. Judgment is a lie. In the Bible, it says, Jesus actually said, "He who has not sinned can cast the first stone," right? Which means that, like, and nobody could. Like, everyone had to, like, walk away, I think. Which means that, like, nobody is without fault. No one is without sin. So no one has the ability or the authority or the propensity or the platform to judge anyone else. Like, only God can judge us. And God judges us all of the time. This is what karma is. And God judges us very fairly because he knows our inner world. He knows our mind. He knows what we've been through. He knows our hearts. And people don't know our hearts. So never be afraid of what anyone else thinks, please, and go do what it is that you want to do, and do it fiercely, do it boldly, develop a sense of boldness, develop a sense of courage, develop a sense of authority, and practice this, and confuse the system, confuse people if you have to. Don't be afraid of, like, any of their reactions, positive or negative. When you receive compliments, learn how to put a boundary or a barrier between yourself and the compliment. Same thing with criticism. These things are two sides of the same coin. They're other people's unfounded opinion of you. People do not know you. Only God knows you. So if you want compliments or validation or love, you go to God. If you want criticism, hey God, what am I doing wrong? You go to God. You sit and you convene with God. This is why we all have the ability to connect to our Creator. Animals do not have this ability. Human beings do. So use it. Utilize it as much as you can. This is what the intuitive mind does, and this is how the intuitive mind gets developed, through constant practice of intuition, through constant practice of connection with our Creator. Like, there's no other way that we can develop or hone into our sixth sense, our true sense, our actual sense for life, our instinct, right? Which is very much so prevalent and present. It's just that we're doing this all the time, so we're not in touch with it. But when you're in touch with your intuition, you'll know which direction to go towards. You'll know what to do. You'll know how to do it. You will be led. Do you understand? And so when you're led, nothing anyone says or does, no problem in the material world, no state of bodily condition can stop you. Okay? Do you understand? This is why fear is a lie. It's BS. It doesn't exist, because our composition, our soul's very composition, is not of fear, but of love, which is its exact opposite. So knowing that you are not made of fear in any way, and that it's an outside programming and conditioning meant to keep you stuck in lower levels of thinking, right? In lower levels of execution, in lower levels of money frequency. Knowing that, we should seek to identify fear in us, around us, wherever it is at all times, and seek to form a protective barrier between ourselves and fear. Never house it within you. Never think fearful thoughts. Never keep it within you. It will lower your energy levels. It'll lower your life force energy, your prana. And when the prana gets lowered, which it does all the time, through light, sound, interference, stimuli of all kinds, right? Information of all kinds, advertising of all kinds, propaganda, subliminal messaging. Like, when the prana, the life force energy, gets lowered, what happens is that your ability to cellularly regenerate in an optimal way gets halted, it gets stopped. So a lot of your gifts, including your intuition, never actually does come online or forms fully. It never forms fully because you're stuck at a baseline level of operation. You're here when the iOS update wants you to go to the moon. You know what I mean? Your ability to ascend is uncapped. Your ability for your energy, your life force energy, your prana to ascend is uncapped. That's why every single human being has the ability to become liberated. We all have the ability to attain moksha or liberation, or to eventually go back to our creator when we pass out of this life. We have that ability, and we practice it here. This is where we practice it, in this material world. Like, we have the ability to become extremely self-realized so as to not have to take another birth in a human physical gross body. Do you know what I mean? And like deal with all of the like things that we have to deal with here. This is important. Why? Because you want to get mentally rich and physically rich, and you want to set your family free and your community free, and you want to be an inspiration for the world and set them free spiritually and in other ways, in every way that you can. And then you want to know that you've done a good job so you can, at the time of death, go back to God. That is the way to live a successful life. That is what a successful life entails. It's scientific, and all things operate this way. Your scalability ability is infinite. It's uncapped. The amount of money you can make is infinite, right? The amount that you can self-realize is infinite. And all of these things are connected. The amount that you can open your heart is unlimited. And all these things are connected. So, avoid fear at all costs. Like I said, fear keeps the cells of the body operating at a subdomain level, okay? And we want to surpass that cap, whatever it is. And it has to do with vibration and emotion. Fear is a very powerful emotion. Love is a very powerful emotion. They are opposites. So don't go in this direction, right? Because you're going to keep going, and you're going to keep disintegrating energetically and physically in different ways. Go instead in the direction of love, where you will propagate your energy even further. You will regenerate the cells of your body at an even faster rate. You will look younger. You will feel better. You will love others. You will live more easily. You will create beautiful things for people in the world. You will actually live out your purpose. You will scale your businesses. You will scale your energy. You will scale energy for other people. You will be able to be very productive and ultimately a unit of change. So does that make sense to you guys? So I hope this video was helpful for you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like this video and comment down below. You have my whole heart. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.